Hello, everyone, and welcome to our special edition July Zoom call. And I do have a lot I want to cover, so I'm just going to jump right in. One of the things that I wanted to make sure I did tonight was our recognition. I have not had a chance to post that yet on our Facebook page. I've had my granddaughter all day today, so I have been very busy. But I want to congratulate our #1 seller for the month is Lucretia Hardaway. She had $2,005 in sales. Jonya Davis was our #2 with $1,731. Pam Riley was #3 with $868. #4 was Carol Snyder with $819, and #5 was Nelda Alexander with $616. So congratulations to all those top sellers. And anytime you have 1,000 or more in retail sales, then you get a gift in the mail from me. And I also wanted to remind you guys of how we get paid. We now we make commission on our sales based on how much we have in sales. And I did put another chart. I kind of redid the chart earlier. And we know when we order personally, we pay retail, but we get commission on what we order. And I wanted to break that down. If someone orders a Core 4 skincare set, that skincare set is $159 retail. If your volume is 0 to 299, you're going to get 20% of that, which means you're going to get $31.80. And that's if they purchase it retail. And it is cumulative. So if by the end of the month you have reached another level, they will go back and pay you more. If you have in that month between $300 and $799, you're going to get an additional 10%, which is 20 plus 10. And your commission on that $159 skincare set is going to be $47.70. If you hit 800 in sales, 800 to $14.99, get another 5%, which brings you up to 35% profit, and your profit on that skincare set will be $55.65. If you hit 1,500 to 2,400, that's another 5%, which brings you up to 40%. Your profit's going to go to $63.60. And if you have 2,500 or more, your profit, you're going to get another 10%, which means you're making 50% on retail, and your profit on that skincare set will be $79.50. So just look at it toward the end of the month and see if you're anywhere close to the next level. Sometimes it's worth it to just stretch yourself a little bit and get a few more sales, or even if you order yourself, sometimes it ends up being free because the profit that you make extra can actually pay for your order that you did. So sometimes I'll reach out to you guys toward the end of the month and I'll say, hey, you're $20 away from another $30 in commission. And that's kind of why, because it breaks down according to what your volume is for the month. Okay, wanted to also remind you guys about Empower, and that is coming up at the end of July. It's Saturday, July the 31st. And if you live anywhere within driving distance of me, please feel free to come and have Empower with us. There's going to be 3 different sessions from 10 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. And I'm going to serve everybody lunch and snacks if you want to come here. And if you do want to come here, you definitely do want to register, because when you register, not only will you get, the first however many people that register are going to get gifts, you also get entered into the drawings that they're going to do, and you're going to get the special ordering opportunity. However, you can come and watch Empower even if you're not registered. You just don't get to take advantage of any of those specials or be in the drawings or get the free gifts. But my home is open if you want to come. If you have a guest, maybe somebody that has thought about doing the business before, you are certainly welcome to bring them, and I would love to have them. So just let me know. And if anybody lives out of town and y'all want to come with the night before, I'm fine with that too. We will make room for everybody. Okay, I want to talk about the sample program, and I'm not going to go over how to request the samples because there's a whole video about that Rick did, and it's on the True Aura Consultants page, and it's on our page. I took the video and posted it on our page. So you can actually watch them go step by step through that so that you know how to do it. So I don't want to repeat that information here, but I did want to point out a couple of things and then give you some ideas about how to use the samples. And if you have an idea that you want to share, feel free to post it on our page. Okay, so first of all, it's a separate website. So like if you're placing an order, you can't just add samples to your order because it's another company that's doing it. And if you go to the app, it's going to come up, and the sample, there's a whole section on samples, and there's pictures that you can share. There's, you know, just all kinds of good information there. So there's basically 4 ways that you can do the samples. The first way is if you want to send someone that link, which is on the app, you can send them to the link and they can go on and request a sample and they pay for it. It's $11.99 and that includes the shipping. So before I send anybody that link, I'm going to have a conversation with them because I don't want to say like, hey, do you want some samples? And then click on it and then it's going to charge them $11.99. So I'm going to have a conversation with that person first before I send that link. But they can actually go on there, they can request the sample themselves and they can pay for it. Now, if you want to pay for the sample, but you don't have their address, you can actually go in and you can pre-purchase however many sets. So it's not like if your card's on there and 50 people request a sample, you're going to get charged 50 times. No, you can pre-purchase 1 set, 2 sets, however many sets you want. And then you can send that link to whoever wants the samples. They can request it, put all their information in, and then it's going to ship right to them, but you pay for it. So that's another option. There's another option where you already have their address and all their information. So you can go on and you can put in all their information and the samples are mailed to them. Then the last way is if you want sample yourself, what you have to do is go in, put your information in, put your payment in, and then they'll ship to you. And they're really nice. You get 6 a day for 3 days. You actually get 18 individual packets. So it's less than $1 per sample. But you know, you want to be wise with how you do that because that can add up very easily. So I wouldn't just go around offering free samples to everybody. However, I mean, if you wanted to kind of, which I know we don't do a lot of reorders, but if you wanted to give some samples out, you could always order a set and you could bust it up. Now, you know, in order for people to really see if it's going to make a difference, that's why I like a travel and spa basket because they can use it for a whole week. I just actually got a TLC client. I've had 2 TLC clients to join. One joined yesterday and one's going to join on Friday because they used the set for the whole week. So I feel like once I've actually sold this set, opened a set and sold 1 skincare set, I've kind of gotten my money back. However, there are people that would rather just do the sample, and the samples are good to let people see what it feels like on their face. And 3 days is going to give them a little bit of an idea how to use it. So a couple of ideas that I thought about were people that want samples. I know if it were me, I would rather just go ahead and purchase it because I know we've got the money back guarantee if for whatever reason it doesn't work. But sometimes people want to try it first and that's totally fine. But you don't want them to pay $12 and then turn around and buy a skincare set. I like to give a little motivation. So what I'm going to do, if they want to purchase the samples and they want to pay the $12 for the samples, then they purchase a core skincare set, I'm going to refund them their $12. So if they do end up making a purchase of the skincare, me personally, I'm going to either Venmo, PayPal, whatever, because you know your minimum commission, even if you have less than 300 in sales, your commission on that skincare set is going to be $31.80. So you can refund them the $11.99 if you want to. It's kind of like some photographers, you know, you pay a setting fee, then that fee goes toward pictures. So it's kind of the same concept. Like they can request the samples, and if they go ahead and purchase the skincare set, I'm going to give them their money for their samples back. So if they don't make a purchase, then all they're out is $11.99. Okay, so that's one idea. Another one is don't forget to remind people about the money back guarantee. You can, like I said earlier, buy a set if you want to, you know, put your card to it, staple your card to it, give it out. Like if you're going to be at a vendor booth or something, people love to come by and get free stuff. You know, maybe make them put their name and number down for a drawing and then they get a free sample. I wouldn't just hand it out to strangers because more than likely you never hear back. Another idea is if you've had people in the past, and I think we've all had a few, that for whatever reason, they could not use our skincare. Now, it is the same basic formula, but we upgraded and upped the amount of active ingredients. However, sometimes people's skin changes. Like, for example, I had a client who had been using our skincare for 2 years, and all of a sudden she couldn't use it anymore. Well, it wasn't because our skincare changed, because this was before the upgraded formula. It was because her skin had changed, or maybe you know, sometimes people get on a medication. I know when I was pregnant with my youngest child, I couldn't use all the same skincare. So sometimes your skin changes. And if it's been a while, you know, 6 months or a year since they tried it and couldn't use it, this is a perfect way to say, hey, we've upgraded the formula. So if you want to try it now and see if it works now, then, you know, I can send you some samples. And I would be willing, if it had been somebody in the past that had been a loyal customer, I would be willing to send them samples and pay for it. So you just kind of figure out how you want to do it. But I'd love to get your feedback on how you guys are going to use the sample program. And honestly, I didn't really promote it last month because of the other offers going on, because we had the 25%, we had the $15, we had the free shipping. So I thought, you know what, let me get this month over with, and then I can begin to promote the samples. So that's one of the things I'm going to work on. And we have that BOGO lipstick offer, buy one, get one half price through July 5th. And you can pick 2 different colors if you like. So we do have that for just a short period of time. And let me see what else. That was our current. Oh, one more thing that I wanted to kind of go over with you tonight was Hostess program. Actually, my first party since COVID the other day, my first in-person party, and there were 4 ladies there. So it was great. It was during the day, and I have found, you know, just in my experience that when the party's during the day, people don't want to take off their makeup. Now at night, if they're just going home and going to bed, they'll wash their face. So they preferred not to take off their makeup. So we just kind of did everything on the back of the hand. It worked out great. They were all able to get the $15 off because we had that special going. So what I did, I have used the True Aura Hostess program in the past, but honestly, it's not my favorite. I'm not in love with the Hostess program. And also when the hostess places her order and redeems her stuff, we don't get any volume for that. It doesn't count in our totals. So like, even if your hostess went on and placed a $500 order and she got like one item at half price or something, that doesn't count in your totals. So what I decided to do was just give her hostess benefits off my shelf, even though you can definitely use a True Aura Hostess program and they will pay for it. I just chose to give her a percentage. And I know personally, I always do 2,500. So I always make 50% on my retail and 35% on my TLC. So I gave 25% of the party, and then I'm going to give her a half price item for each booking, because I felt like if my, my profit's 50%, well, I'm going to give her half of that in product. It's only costing me half of that. But you could actually do something similar if you want. You do not have to give 25% of the party. You could give 25%. Well, that's what I gave, 25% of the party. You could give whatever percentage. You could give 10% of the party. You could give 15%. Just sit down and figure, because let's say, for example, you have a $300 party and you're going to give her 20% of the sales. Well, 20% of 300 is $60. Well, if you're at 300, you're making 30%. So that $60 in product is only going to cost you like roughly 40, and you've made, enough profit to cover that. So you can do it however you want to. I just wanted to throw that out there, but it was great to get back in person. And, we just, like I said, a few people, and that's kind of how we're promoting it. It's just a few. And we sat around the table and I let them try the product in their hand. We talked about it. I had the makeup out where they could play with it. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. Let us know what's working for you. I love it when you guys share what's going on and what's working for you and ideas. So feel free to post that, and I hope you guys have a good evening.